What's up, YouTube? This is Joe from the A-Hole Joe Show, and got another deck profile for y'all today. This is Hazy Flame, and I'm actually not running the deck right now because I have Heraldic built, as you saw in the other video. I could run the deck. It actually runs pretty good. You can try it out on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or DN, whichever one you like. Um, yeah, and this is from the new set Cosmo Blaze. I'm trying to speak a lot louder because I was a lot quieter in my last video, I guess. I don't know, I was at work and y'all couldn't hear me, so I'm gonna go through the deck now. All the Hazy Flame monsters have the same effect. For people that don't know, is that they cannot be targeted, and that's why I like the archetype, because they can't be targeted by your opponent card effects. So D Prism is just dead. Compulse is dead. Monster effects that target are dead. Phoenix Chain is dead. A lot of stuff. The only thing that really hurts them is Solemn Warning and Voluminous and Heavy Storm and Mirror Force. I mean, not Heavy Storm, Dark Old, excuse me. This is Hazy Flame Griffin. His effect is it can be special summoned if your opponent controls a monster, but you have to control all fires. On the field, in your grave, anywhere, you have to have all fires. So late game where you're making a siege and making thunder charges, overlaying for the thunder charge and stuff like that, and using the Exhibeetle, it's kind of bad. The next one is, I think it's Paratron. I might be pronouncing it incorrectly. Its effect is you can send one fire card from your hand and tribute this card to special summon 2 Hazy Flame from your deck. The only other bad thing about any of the Hazy Beast monsters, the Hazy Flame monsters, excuse me, is that their effects are once per turn. It'd be a lot better broken if it wasn't once per turn. This is the TCG exclusive we were giving in America. A lot of people don't know that. I'll go over that in another video, probably when I get a recorder for my computer. Its effect is you can discard one fire monster from hand, and this card isn't destroyed by card effects. So the Mirror Force, the Boundless Trapo, everything that would hurt Hazy's don't hurt him. And that's what he's good for. This is Sphinx. Sphinx effect is you declare a card type on the top of your deck. You send a card, if you call it correctly, you send it from your top of your deck to the grave. Regardless, you send it from the top of the deck to the grave. If you call it correctly, you can special summon one fire monster from your hand or from your grave. And Sphinx is also once per turn. Like I said, all the Hazy Flames would be a lot better if you could do it as much as you want it. This is Cerberus. Cerberus' effect is you can search your deck for one Hazy card when it's sent to the grave. He's the most broken one because his effect, you can search for any Hazy card, so you can get the spells, the traps, anything that you need. And he's also 200 defense, so he's searchable with Fire Dog. Flameville Fire Dog, I run at 3, of course, to get the Hazy, to get my search as fast as possible. And he's just a good out for the deck. And just having a 19 beater. The only problem with the Fire Dog is that since none of your Hazes can be targeted, he gets targeted by everything that you put on board. They have the compulse him. They effect Veiler, him. They don't want you to get nobody out, so they stop the Fire Dog. So you have to protect the Fire Dog with everything. When I was running this, I did run one Lance. Not this, the actual Lance, Forbidden Lance. I also use Lavelle Lancer. His effect is you can normal summon him without triggering him, but then he's destroyed, and I think he has a secondary effect. While he's in the grave, you can remove him, you can banish one fire, and I think add him back to hand or something like that. Yeah, add him back to hand. And he's also 200 defense and 21, and then he's a 6-star on top of that. So he's another target, and it's just an easier way to overlay. And I run 3 of him. Also having a higher monster count in this deck makes it easier for Sphinx, so you can call monster, and not really have to worry about it. But I have other combos. And then the last main monster I wanted to try and main in this deck before I took it apart is I actually did get to use it, and it's very good with the Cerberus. It's a combo with the Cerberus. Is Goku. I'm not gonna say the whole name, but you can special summon this if you have a fire monster. So most likely you're gonna have Cerberus. Oh yeah, I forgot Cerberus effect. You can normal summon Cerberus without tributing, and its attack is 1,000, which is amazing because people are like, how you bring that out? I'm like, I can just normal it's to 1,000, but they don't want to kill it because it gives you a search. So they will leave this. I've had people just leave the server's face up until they have something wipe my whole field and then kill them. But I'm like, I'm getting 3 searches at that point, and it's also those servers, Fire Dog and Lance Lord, are all three rekindling targets. But let me go back to Goku's effect. Goku's effect is when he special summon that way, while you have a when he summon that way, you destroy a fire on the field, and then you get a token. But I don't care about the token. Most of the time, I just special him when I get service on the field, destroy the service, get the search, and then you can get the Griffin, and then overlay him and the Griffin, and then make the cock or something else before they change the name. It's not actually whatever it was, but I call it cock. And then I'll use 2 of these. I need to find them. I have another one, I just don't have it with me. Conversion of Nature. It flips you and your opponent's deck upside down. So it basically means you're going to, every turn, get a Sphinx. For some reason, people hate this card. Like, they will go out their way to destroy this card. Like, I'm like, Sphinx, I get the +1 Sphinx automatic, yay! And then I get to see what my opponent's going to draw next turn. And I'm like, you get to see what I draw, but they hate it. They hate it with a passion. I gotta get MST. I gotta get MST right now. I don't know. You're gonna get the dark. They see me getting Dark Hole. Oh hell no, MST it now. They'll actually need to destroy my pillar or something else in the deck that I have face up, and will waste the MST to get rid of that more. I used 2 soul exchanges when I ran the deck, just because they're all 6, and sometimes you don't have the pillar or have the Cerberus or just anything. But most of the time you're gonna have it. But it's just good to have in there. Like 1 to 2 is not that bad. I used 2 rekindlings. Rekindling is risky in this deck because of the fact is they can balance you or warning you or something else to your cards. So if you rekindling, you put your shit at your own risk, to get balance the hell out of everything you bring out, and then you just lose your stuff. Hazy Peeler. I use Hazy Peeler at 3. You just got to with this deck. You just got to. It's broken because you can throw stuff underneath your Hazy Flame Lecoq, best Lecoq, I think that's the whole name. I don't know her name. You can throw materials under that. You can throw materials under anything that you need to add materials. Strike Bouncer. Oh, I'm going to throw materials back on the Strike Bouncer. It's just a good guard. Hazy Glory. My homeboy actually wasn't running. He has a Hazy deck. He actually was not running Glory. I'm running 2 Glories now because it's kind of in the way. I was running 3 Glories and 2 Pillars, and I had to switch it back. Glory is pretty good because it lets you get any one of your Hazies back to your hand. And most of the time I just get the Sphinx back, especially when I have the Convulsion of Nature on the field. Or I draw the Convulsion of Nature later, and I don't have the 2 Sphinx in the grave. I just get the Sphinx, or either get the one of the Lesson Special 2 back to hand, or the Griffin, whatever you need for the play. You just get it back to hand. Malevolent Catastrophe. A lot of people won't run this. Why would you run it? You're playing Glory, Pillar, and Convulsion Nature. Well, the thing about Hazy is, like I said, your stuff stacks up. All this stuff, the Compulse and Deep Prism, all this stuff stacks up on your opponent. They don't want to lose it. They don't want to use it, and they don't want to lose it. So they just set it, or they keep it in hand, and they build up and build up and build up. And as soon as you seed with this deck, they're going to use all the lances and deep prison, every fucking thing they got, they're going to use. I almost want to use 2 of these. I was using 1 plus the Heavy Storm plus 1 MST. I have a friend that's running a Hazy deck. He's using 3 MSTs, Heavy, and 3 Night Beams. I'm not doing all that. I'm just going to run the Malevolent and let my opponent think they're going to beat the hell out of me. And then I'm going to Malevolent Catastrophe the shit out of them. Because sometimes you do get dead hands with this. And that's like another build I had. I was running Battle Faders, but then I haven't played it again since I've made all the changes. But like I said, you're willing, if you want to go try it out, you're willing, saying people say, I don't like the deck, I don't know how to run the deck. I'm like, you just got to build it, try it this way. Try it another way. And then I ran Dark Hole and Torrents in here because I love to get the Cerberus sent to grave. Yeah, I'm going to torrent my own field. You're going to torrent me? Great. I got 2 Cerberus up. I'm getting 2 searches, dumbass. I actually wanted to try this out too because it's basically like another heavy storm, and it's a level 6, and it's a psych. Yeah, it's a well, it has the psychic monster effect. It's not psychic spirit. Yeah, it is a spirit. Brr, my dumb ass not reading the card. I see it now. But it's a spirit, and heavy storms are felt whenever it comes out, and it's a winged beast. But I mean, I don't woohoo, I guess so. But anyway, it's a fire level 6, and it's another one you can just bring out. So I could just solo change the monster. They got 3 bat roll, 5 bat roll, whatever, and boom, heavy storm. Oh, you're gonna balance? Go ahead. You're gonna have to waste the balance now. You know what I'm saying? I want to try this out if and when I build the deck back. But this is just that's basically my build of Hazy Flame. I'm not gonna go over the extra deck right now. Probably this is post structure deck when the what is it, Fire Kings? Yeah, the Fire Kings. If they don't change the name, structure deck comes out. I have another build for you guys. All right, this is A-Hole Joe, and I'm out. I hope y'all can hear me this time.